Kia ora everyone, my name is Alayna. I hope you're all keeping healthy and safe during this lockdown period here in New Zealand. I figured to help everyone move, I would come up with a wee mat class for you guys to all join along to. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get started. So to begin with, we're just going to take it nice and easy, and I'd just like you just to make your way down to the mat, lying down on your back, whatever's most comfortable for you. So you can have your knees bent, feet on the floor, knees up towards the ceiling, or you can have those feet extended nice and long. We're just going to take a moment here just to close our eyes. As we close our eyes here, I just want us to start to become aware of our breath. So we're going to be inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. As we continue this breath, I'd like to bring our awareness to our belly. So as we take an inhale through that nose, that belly's going to fill up with air towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, that belly's going to sink down towards our spine. Breathing deep into our belly. And exhale, belly sinks towards that spine. We're going to continue the deep breathing here. And now I'd like for us to become aware of how our body's feeling today. Noticing any unevenness between both sides, any tightness in the neck, any tightness in our lower back, any tension in our thighs and our hips. As we take a breath in, on the exhale, see if you can let that tension go. Breathing in and let it go. We're going to focus a little bit more on each individual area of our body, starting from the top of our head. Is there any tension in your forehead, your eyes, your cheekbones, your jaw, the front of your neck, the backs of your neck, your sternum, your chest, the back of your chest and between your shoulder blades. Any tension, let it go. The front and back of your ribs, your belly, your lower back, your pelvis, your hips, your glutes, your quads, the backs of your thighs, the fronts and backs of your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, your arches, and your toes. Thinking about that whole body as an inhale, draw in that tension, and as you exhale, let that tension go. Just 2 more breaths in. And exhale, release. Once more in. And exhale, release. Good. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them slowly. You're going to bring your arms out to a T shape and then bring your knees up towards the ceiling, feet anchored on the floor, knees and ankles together. We're going to start off with something I call our knee sway. So inhale, and as we exhale, you're going to take your legs over to the right hand side as you look to the left. Taking a breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to draw those abdominals in, hips on the floor, and then the knees are the last to arrive. Inhale, legs fall to the left as you look to the right. If it's too much for you to turn your head, you can keep your head facing the ceiling. And exhale, use those abdominals to bring the opposite hips on the floor. And then the knees are the last to arrive. We're going to do twice more to each side. Inhale as we go over to one side. And exhale, coming back. Inhale, over to the left as we look to the right. And exhale, right ribs to the floor, right hips, then knees. Inhale, once more to each side. Breathing, feeling that lower back opening up. You might find a little tightness between one side and the other. And exhale, left rib, left hip, and then knees come back to the center. Once more to the other side. Inhale. And exhale. Return. Good. This time we're going to overcross our right thigh over our left. So sort of sitting cross-legged on a chair. Keeping your arms where they are. Inhale, take those legs to the right as you look to the left. Just deepening that stretch in that lower back. And exhale. Left ribs come to the floor, left hips, and then knees come into the center. Keeping that leg there, we're going to swing across to the other side. Inhale, over to the left as you look to the right. Keep those shoulders anchored on the floor. And exhale. Right ribs, then hips, then knees. Once more to each side. Inhale. And exhale, coming back. Last time, inhale. And exhale, coming back. Now we're going to swap sides. The left thigh crosses over the right. This time we're going to take an inhale over to the left as we look to the right. And exhale to return. Inhale over to the right as we look to the left. And exhale, coming back. Just keep those shoulders relaxed on the floor. Inhale. And exhale, coming back. Once more to the other side. Inhale. And exhale, return. Good. Just unraveling those legs, just extending them for a moment. You should notice that your lower back feels a little bit easier through there now. Good. We're just going to open up through those shoulders and chest. I'd like you to lie on your side facing me. You're going to interlace those hands behind the back of your neck. And then you're just going to let yourself relax on your side. So your knees and ankles, they're going to be in front of your bottom here. So make sure that they're not behind you so that your back is overarching. You're going to imagine, this is what I call my book opening series. So you're going to imagine someone's punching you in the chest. So you're going to open out, trying to get that upper back onto the floor. And then open that right shoulder to the floor. And exhale to return. Inhale, imagine someone's punching you in the chest. So you're curling through that upper body, trying to get that upper body onto the floor and then your elbow, and exhale to return. So what we're focusing on is a release and opening through that upper body and shoulders. So don't worry if you need to allow that top hip to open so that right hip can sort of slide open and back to help assist with the movement here. It's not a lower back twist. It's about just being gentle with that body. We're going to do 4 more. Inhale. And exhale to return. Inhale. And exhale to return. Inhale. And exhale to return. Last one. Inhale. And exhale to return. Beautiful. Going into our second version of the book opening series, you're going to straighten that bottom arm and place the right hand on top. So a little bit like a crocodile. You're going to reach that arm forward, top arm towards me, lift it up towards the ceiling, turning that palm to face the floor as you high-five the floor, and exhale to return. So in this position here, we're trying to make the biggest possible arc with our body. And exhale to return. Good. Big circles, semicircle arches with those fingertips. Reaching up. And high-fiving that floor. And coming back. Keep going. Two more. And last one. Moving into our chalk circles, 3 in each direction. So reaching that arm forward above our head, drawing the biggest circle we possibly can around our body, and then back. Reaching forward. Keeping that head and neck relaxed the whole time. Once more. Reversing that circle. This is one of my favorite Pilates exercises. Just really nice to open those shoulders. Relax any tension that you've been holding through that neck and upper body all day. Good. Once we've done 3 in each direction, you're going to lie down onto your back. Just extend those legs and relax. You might find that one side feels more relaxed. Maybe one shoulder still feels a little higher than the other, so the one that we just worked should feel nice and low. There's a bigger gap between your ear and your shoulder. Let's even you up. So turning over onto the other side, interlacing those hands behind the back of your neck. Relaxing your head and upper body. Imagine someone's punching you through that chest. Upper body touches the floor, then your elbow, and exhale to return. Inhale, opening up. And exhale to return. Inhale, opening up. Remember that top hip can open to allow you to open up. And exhale to return. Good, we've got 5 more. 4, 3. Just keep that head and neck nice and relaxed. 2. And last one. Book opening series number 2. Right hand goes along in front of us, the left hand reaches and joins on top like a crocodile. Reaching that left arm forward and up towards the ceiling, turning that palm as you pass the ceiling to high-five the floor, and exhale to return. We're going to do 7 more of those. Inhale, opening up. And exhale to return. Just keep that head and neck nice and relaxed. Inhale. And exhale to return. We've got 5 more. Inhale. Exhale to return. Inhale. And exhale to return. 3 more. Exhale to return. 2 more. Coming up to our last one. Good. Now we're going to do chalk circles, 3 in each direction. So reaching that top arm forward, up above our head. Draw the biggest circle we possibly can around our body. Twice more in that direction. Good. When we're ready, we're going to reverse that circle. time. Good. Once we've done 3 in each direction, just lying on our backs, extending those legs nice and long. Closing your eyes. You should feel nice and even through here now. Should feel a little bit more open through that chest. Back should feel a little bit more connected. And the tension from your head and neck should be nice and relaxed. Good. Just checking my computer, it decided to lock up. So, lying back down, we're just going to go into just a nice little lower back release. So, you can imagine that your belly button is like a clock, so it's going to be 12 o'clock. Your pubic bone is going to be 6 o'clock, and your left and right hip is going to be 3 and 9 o'clock. Yeah. So on our exhale, we're going to rock back into 12 o'clock, which is kind of squashing our lower back on the floor, and then inhale, bring it back to where you started. And exhale, rock back and squash that lower back. And inhale, let it go back to where it started. And exhale, squash that lower back. So it's only the pelvis that's moving. So try not to use any tension in those thighs. And inhale, bring it back. And exhale, squash that lower back. And inhale, bring it back to where you started. Now we're going to just go for a slight overarch. So inhale, slightly overarch that lower back. Not using any other area of your body. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, slightly overarch. And exhale, bring it back. And inhale, slightly overarch that back. And inhale, bring it back. And inhale, slightly overarch. And exhale, bring it back. Now we're going to flow between both points. So exhale, squash that lower back. And inhale, slightly overarch. And exhale, remember only you moving the pelvis here. And inhale, slightly overarch. And exhale. And inhale, overarch. And exhale. And inhale, slightly overarch. Good. And exhale, just returning back to neutral. Just placing your hands on your hip bones for me, on your left and right hip bones. I want you to imagine you're sinking like your left hip bone towards the floor as your right hip bone goes up towards the ceiling. And bring it back. And inhale, exhale. Right hip sinks towards the floor as the left goes up. And inhale, coming back. So as we sink one hip towards the floor, naturally the opposite hip goes up towards the ceiling. So it's like you've got 2 kids on your hip bones and they're playing seesaw with each other. As one goes up, the other goes down. It's a very subtle movement. It's nice to close your eyes here to feel that movement. So you're not really forcing it in your legs. You're just letting your hips sink from side to side. Good. Just do 2 more to each direction. Beautiful. Once you've done that, settle in the middle. And so your neutral spine is somewhere between all those points. So between 12 and 6 o'clock and between 3 and 9 with those seesaw hips. Good. Just placing those hands down by your side. Your neutral spine should be, your pubic bone is attached to the floor. Your pelvis should feel nice and easy on the ground. Your ribs should be nice and heavy. And there should be a little gap for your fingertips just underneath your belly button, but not so that you can push your hands all the way through. From here, we're going to take an exhale and we're going to float that right leg up into tabletop. Inhale, we'll hold at the top, and exhale, sink that leg back to where you started. Inhale, breathing. Exhale, sink those abdominals to your spine and float that left leg up into tabletop. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower down with control. Good. Take a breath in. And exhale, float that right leg up into tabletop. Now as we float those legs up into tabletop, we shouldn't use any energy through the front of those hips. So you should really try to sink that thigh bone into your hip socket. And then just use that inside thigh to float that leg in towards you. Take a breath in. And exhale, float that left leg up into tabletop. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower down. Hello, Hideki. This is my little kitten. He's very cute. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, float that right leg up into tabletop. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower down with control. Once more to the left side. Exhale, float that left leg up into tabletop. No energy in those legs, nice and light. And inhale and exhale, lower down with control. Good. From here, we're going to take a big breath in. And exhale, float that right leg up into tabletop. Holding it there. And exhale, sink those abdominals as you float that left leg to meet the right leg. Good. From here, we're going to stay up in these positions here. We're going to just toe tap the right foot. So you're going to inhale, tap the right toe. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the right toe. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the right toe. And exhale, bring it back. And inhale, tap the right toe. And exhale, bring it back. If you feel any pressure on your lower back at this time, just lower that left leg to the floor and you can toe tap the right leg in and out just with that supporting leg on the ground. Yeah, you're still going to be using those abdominals, but if you are finding that it is going into your lower back and not your abdominals, just lower that left leg to the floor. Inhale, tap, and exhale, bring it back. You try not to put too much weight through that toes. Imagine that floor's like lava. You just want to touch. Just dip, not even dip your toe into the surface. Just almost touch it and then bring it back. So we're really using those abdominals so that energy is going into those abdominals more than your leg. Two more. Inhale, tap the right toe. And exhale, bring it back. Let's do the left side now. Inhale, tap the left. And exhale, bring it back. You should start to feel those abdominals warming up. Inhale, tap the left toe. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the left toe. And exhale, bring it back. And inhale, tap that left toe. And exhale, bring it back. Remember your modification, you can place that right leg on the floor. Inhale, tap the left toe. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the left toe. And exhale, bring it back. You're still going to get benefit from leaving this right leg on the floor. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the toe. And exhale, bring it back. We've got two more. Inhale, tap that left toe. And exhale, bring it back. And inhale, tap that left toe. And exhale, bring it back. We're just going to do 16 toe taps alternating now. So inhale, tap the right toe. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the left toe. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the right toe. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the left toe. And exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the right. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the left. Exhale, bring it back. 8. Inhale, tap the right toe. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, tap the left toe. Exhale, bring it back. We've got 8 more. Right. Left. 7. Inhale, right. Inhale, left. Inhale, right. Inhale, left. Inhale, right. Last one. Inhale, left. Beautiful. Just hugging those knees into your chest. Good. Hopefully you should just be feeling those abs and not in the hip sockets or the thighs. As our abs get stronger, we should be able to take more of that energy into the abdominals rather than the legs. Good. So just lowering down those legs one at a time. Good. We're just going to start by incorporating those abdominal abs, those top rib abs now as well, because we just worked those lower abdominals with those toe taps. So you're going to interlace those hands behind the back of our necks. Lift those elbows up to a 45-degree angle, or where you can see them out of the corners of your eyes. You're going to lift your head a centimetre off the floor and then drop the weight of your head into your hands. Head focusing towards the ceiling. That head should be nice and heavy in those hands, and those arms, particularly those triceps, are working hard to support that head in those hands. Good. So we're going to exhale. We're going to come up into our abdominal curls, sliding those shoulders and ribs towards the hips. Not using the hips to help you at all. So don't tuck that lower back. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Can we come up a little bit higher? Keep that head heavy in those hands. Just sliding the shoulders and ribs to the hips. And then lower down to a centimetre off the floor. Exhale, sliding up. Slide those shoulders and ribs. Inhale, hold. And exhale, slide those shoulders and ribs a little more. And then lower down. Exhale, slide those shoulders and ribs. Inhale, hold. Exhale, can we come up a little higher? And lower down. Last time. Exhale, slide those shoulders and ribs. Inhale, hold. Exhale, come up a little higher. And lower all the way back down. Good, just relax those elbows for a second. We're going to take a deep breath in. And exhale, float that right leg up into tabletop. Keeping those hips nice and square. Just lifting those elbows to your 45-degree angle now. We're just going to go into our ab curls just with our legs, with that right leg lifted this time. We're going to exhale, curl towards that leg for 8 and lower down. 7. Exhale, curling up. 6. Doesn't matter how high you go, keep that head heavy in your head. 5. So it's not a neck pull, but an ab curl to lift you up. 4. 3, 2, and last one. Keeping your head up, holding there. Can you curl a little higher with that upper body? Keeping the head heavy as you exhale. Take a deep breath in, holding here. We're going to gently pulse that leg into our chest for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg stay still. Now, can you gently pulse that body towards your leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything goes together. Knee to body, body to knee to body, body to knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, float that left leg up into tabletop. Keeping that pelvis nice and square. Lift those elbows to your 45-degree angle. Drop the weight of your head into your hands. Exhale, curling up towards the leg. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, curling up. And inhale, lower down. We've got 6 more. Exhale, curling up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curling up. Inhale, lower down. We've got 4 more. 4. 3, slide those shoulders and ribs towards your hips. 2, and last one. Inhale at the top. Exhale, can you curl a little higher, keeping that head nice and heavy in your hands. You're going to gently pulse that knee in towards your chest for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, legs stay still. Now we're going to gently pulse our body towards our knee, keeping the head heavy for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everything goes together now. Knee to body, body to knee to body, body to knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Good. Just taking a moment just to stretch those legs out. You can stretch those arms out above your head. I hope you really felt those ribs working. And maybe those arms might be a little tired from supporting your neck. Whew. Give those abdominals a little break now. We'll just start to work the backs of those legs and our glutes. So bringing those knees back in line with your sitting bones, feet hip width apart, knees up towards the ceiling. So just keeping our neutral spine, we're going to just start by tucking that pelvis. So rolling into our 12 o'clock tilt like we did before. And we're going to squeeze those glutes as we peel that vertebrae off the mat one at a time. So peeling that spine off the mat, one vertebrae at a time. You're going to take an inhale at the top. You're going to reach those knees forward over your toes. As keeping that hip high for as long as possible. We're going to gently lower down one vertebrae at a time. So keeping those hips high for as long as we can, softening through the sternum, lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Good, relaxing that bottom when you get to the bottom. Good, so rolling up. We're going to repeat that again. Squeeze those glutes as we peel that bottom off the floor, sending those hips high as we peel that spine off one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lengthen those knees forward over the toes when we reach the top. This time we're going to take those arms above our head, just beside our ears, so not drawing those arms all the way to the floor, and lowering down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Lowering those arms back to where you started. Exhale. Rolling back into 12 o'clock tilt as we squeeze those glutes and peel our spine one vertebrae at a time off the mat. Inhale, knees over toes as we reach the top. That really gets into the glutes and the hamstrings. We're reaching those arms above our head, just beside our ears. Not touching the floor, keeping the hips high for as long as we possibly can, slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Remember to keep those feet anchored on the floor, 4 points of the floor, so making sure your big toes not coming off or you're rolling onto your ankle, onto your pinkies, and lowering down. We're just going to do one more. Exhale, rolling back, squeeze those glutes as we lift those glutes, peeling that spine one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lengthen those knees forward over the toes as we reach the top. Send those arms up above our head, beside our ears, keeping them there as we gently lower, softening through the sternum, one vertebrae at a time. Should really feel those glutes starting to burn. And then lower those hands back down to the floor. Good. From here, we're going to just squeeze those glutes and just lift those hips straight up towards the ceiling. This time, there's no articulation through the spine. This is a neutral spine position. Exhale, you're going to hinge at the hips and then lower those hips back to the floor. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, hold at the top. And exhale, release from those hips and lower that spine towards the floor. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Those glutes are really firing to help us lift. Inhale at the top and exhale, hinge from those hips and lower down. Exhale, coming up. And inhale, lower down this time. Exhale, coming up. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze those glutes and lift. And inhale, lower down. And exhale, squeeze and lift. Inhale, hold at the top. Good. Can you squeeze those glutes as hard as you can for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, if you can, if you're able, send those arms up towards the ceiling. Can you squeeze and pulse those hips up towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know those glutes are burning, slowly rolling down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lower those hands. Just stretch those legs out, give them a little shake. I'm sure you felt those glutes and those hamstrings burning. Good, just building that strength there. And I hope you felt those abs as well, helping to support that position. Good. Lying onto your side now, we're just going to move into what I call just like a clam glute series here and side stretches. So you're going to hold, just reach your left hand long, just rest your neck and head onto the top of your arm there. Place your right hand on top of the ground, and you're going to have those knees and ankles in front of your bottom. So we're going to do a little cat stretch here. So exhale, you're going to think of sending those legs along the mat, keeping that bottom rib attached to the floor. And then as we reach the ends of our mats in extension, you're just going to gently float those legs just off the floor. It's only when we've reached our full stretch maximum with our legs. And then exhale, bring them back in. Inhale, take a breath, exhale, stretch those legs as long as we can away from each other. And only because we're going so far away from each other that they lift just a fraction off the floor. Breath in and exhale, hug those legs back into your chest. You should really start to feel and through there working and just making sure that we're working, keeping that bottom rib on the heavy on the ground. Exhale, sliding those legs along, energy out through the head, reaching out through that arm, both sides of the body's going nice and long. And it's just reaching just off the floor and coming back in. Once more, exhale, reaching long. Good. And coming back in. Beautiful. So we're just going to settle in that halfway position now with those legs so that they're not fully into our chest. Making sure those knees and ankles are in front of our bottom. We're going to work on our clams here. So just make sure that bottom rib's nice and heavy. There's a little gap for your fingertips underneath your waist, and your hips are just stacked on top of each other here, so they're not sinking. There's a little gap there. So you're going to think of squeezing those heels together as long as you can. Imagine that there's a band here, and you're going to resist as you open that knee towards the ceiling and then gently lower down. So really squeeze those ankles together. Exhale, opening up. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, opening up. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, opening up. And inhale, lower down. Good. 4 more. Exhale, opening up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, opening up. Inhale, lower down. 2 more. And last one. Good. This time we're going to move into both ankles being off the floor. This is clam series number 2. If you can't do this, then just keep those both feet on the ground like the first time. Exhale, opening up. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, opening up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, opening up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, opening up. Inhale, lower down. Keep those ankles high. Exhale, really resist those ankles together. Inhale, lower down. This time, this top hip is kind of shining down towards the floor. And inhale, lower down. Exhale. And inhale, lower down. And exhale. And inhale, lower down. Got 2 more. I know that butter's burning. Last one. Good. Moving into our third and final version. Exhale, opening up. Keeping that thigh where it is. Inhale, extend that top leg. Exhale, bring that ankle back to meet the bottom one and lower down. Exhale, opening up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back and inhale, lower down. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, extend. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower down. 3 more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower down. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower down. Once more. You guys are doing great. And lower down. Whew. Just give that bottom a nice little tap. We're going to work that underneath inside thigh now while we're here lying on that side. So you're just going to bring that top knee forward and you can just extend that bottom leg long. So from here, you can stay up like me, or you can just leave your head and neck relaxed, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Okay, so from here, we're going to reach that leg away from us and lift it up. Just using that inside thigh. Watch that we're not bending that knee to lift that leg up. Keep that leg nice and straight and lower down. Exhale, extend that leg long and lift it up. And lower down. And extending, lifting that leg up. And lower down. Last one. Extend that leg up, lift and hold. We're going to flex and point this leg here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. And lower down. Beautiful. Just taking a moment just to relax there. You'll notice one leg definitely feels more worked than the other. And I'm just going to push myself up and we'll switch over to the other side. Good. So starting with that head, just lying on your upper arm, knees and ankles in front of your bottom, left hand on top. So we're going to exhale, extend those legs long away from you. Extend that right arm away from you, and then you're going to gently float those legs just off the floor. And then lower back down. Hugging those legs back in. Exhale, extend away. Just as they get so far away, they just float off the floor. Remember that bottom rib stays nice and heavy on the mat. And exhale, coming back in. Take a breath in and exhale, pushing away. And float those legs off. And hugging it back in. Good. Exhale, pushing away. Inhale, extend. And exhale, coming back in. Exhale. Coming up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, hugging it back in. Good. Exhale up. Inhale. And exhale, coming back in. Last time. Beautiful. And lower down. Bringing those legs halfway. We're going to go into our clam series. Remember that bottom rib's nice and heavy. There's a little gap for our fingertips underneath our belly button. And our hips are stacked on top of each other. Good. From here, really squeeze and resist those legs together as we open that knee and lower down. Exhale and inhale. If we're starting to feel any movement through the front of our hips, just make sure that we stick our bottom out towards the back of the room. So exhale and inhale, extend. We've got 6 more. Exhale and inhale, extend. 5, 3, 2, and last one. Moving into round 2 of my clam series. Ankles lifted and lower down. The aim is to really keep those ankles lifted as high as you can. Good. Remember, if this is too much for you, you can just go back to the clams in the original position. Good. Now in the clams here, you can lift up if that's more comfortable for you. Good. We've got 4 more. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. 3, 2. You guys are doing great. Last one. Now, third and final version. Exhale, opening up, keeping that thigh bone still. Inhale, extend that lower leg. Exhale, bring it back. And inhale, lower down. Exhale, extend. Inhale, extend that lower leg. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lower down. We've got 5 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. 4, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Don't give up. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale. 2 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Final and last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, lower down. Good. Just give that bottom a nice little tap. Beautiful. So, placing that left leg on top on the ground, just extending that bottom leg long. We're going to lift that leg up towards the ceiling and lower down. Good. Extend that leg long and lift and lower down. Just really using that inside thigh. Remember, we're not going to bend that leg to get that leg up towards the ceiling. Keep it nice and straight. So if your leg doesn't come off the floor today, that's okay. And lower down. Last one. Beautiful. From here, we're going to flex and point that foot. So we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Beautiful. Good job, everyone. Good. Gently lowering down. Lying down onto our backs. Just plant the soles of our feet together, knees wide. Just giving our moment to just relax those inside thighs. Good. Just bring those knees in and let them fall out again. Good. This time, just send those legs, feet wider than the mat, and then just bring those knees together. Good. Just getting a bit of that internal rotation working as well. Just opening those legs, and again, bring those knees together. Just breathing there. Good. Slowly just opening those legs, bring them back down, and then we're just going to roll over onto our belly buttons today. Good. You're just going to have that head down towards the floor, and then just let's circle those hands so that they're beside our hips. Knees bent, elbows bent. Not talking about our legs, talking about our arms. Elbows squeezing into those waists. You're going to roll the shoulders open. Just here, really think of gently squeezing those abdominals, lifting those bellies off the floor, squeezing those glutes. And then you're going to float that upper body off the mat, squeezing those elbows into our waist. Roll those shoulders open, keep the back of the neck nice and long. Keep those abs lifted off the floor, and then those glutes squeezing just to protect that lower back. And then let yourself relax. We're going to do that once more. Lift that belly button, squeeze those glutes, roll those shoulders open, squeeze those elbows into our waist. Back of the neck long, float that head and upper body off the floor. Well, this time, we're going to float those arms off the floor. Palms facing the floor still. Draw those shoulders down. We're going to angel wing those arms out. Inhale, just to a 25-degree angle, and then exhale, bring them back. Inhale, float those arms out to the side. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale, we'll keep that belly bottom lifted. Exhale, bring them back. Inhale, out. Exhale, bring them back. Good. 2 more. Exhale, bring them back. Last one. And exhale, bring them back. Just draw those hands in towards your shoulders. Lifting that upper body up. Just taking a moment. Coming up onto those knees. Sending those knees nice and wide. Bring those ankles together. And we're just going to take a moment and just go into child's pose here. Just relaxing that head and upper body on the ground. Good. Just to finish, we're just going to do some tabletop position. So it's really important here that our hands are underneath our shoulders, so that we're not too far back and our hands are forward and we're not supported on our arms at all, So the aim of this position is to work those arms a little bit. The elbows aren't locked and there's a slight softness in here. Those knees are directly underneath our hips. There's energy pushing into the floor to support our upper back and our chest. And there's a slight curve, so like an S-shaped curve through our body, and I could balance a cup of tea on my lower back if I could. And this is our neutral spine. From here, we're just going to do a few cats and cows. So exhale, think of scooping the tailbone and head together. And inhale, we're going to send them away in the opposite direction. Exhale, scooping away. Together. And inhale, extend away. Keeping those elbows nice and soft. Exhale. Send them together. Inhale, extend away. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, sorry. And inhale. Just relaxing through there. Now coming back to your neutral spine. Good. Just keep those elbows soft. Inhale, just twist and look towards your back foot. And back. Keeping the elbows soft. And inhale. Coming back. Once more. And last one. Good. From here, we're just going to find a little stability here. So, can you slide that right arm along the mat? Float it off. Keeping the back nice and still. Lowering that arm down and then back in. Send the left arm along the mat. Float it up. Coming back. Coming back in. So that back should stay nice and neutral. So push that left hand into the floor as you send the right arm away. And up. Good. Try not to sink on that left side. And right side pushes long. And up. Good. Coming back down. Good. Let's do our legs now. You might want to consider tucking those toes. It offers a little bit more stability here. So, sending the left leg along. Squeeze those glutes. Float that left leg up towards the ceiling. And lowering it down. And coming back in. Other side. And floating up. In. And coming back in. Other side. Squeeze and lift. Stay supported through that upper body. Good. Now that we've done one to each side, now we're going to go into opposite arm and leg now. So we're going to do right arm and left leg. So inhale, extend long. Exhale, squeeze, glute and lift. And lower down. And sliding it back in. Other side. Sliding it along. Inhale. Exhale, lift. And inhale. And lower down. Once more to each side. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. And sliding it in. Last time. Floating up. Coming down. Good. Just coming onto our back, onto our bottoms. Just circling those wrists. Good. And coming down into sitting. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. So you can be on your knees. But personally for me, I prefer to be cross-legged. That's it. We're just going to finish with a nice little stretch with our arms and our neck. Good. So reaching the right arm forward. Just sending it across. Turning to look towards the other side. Good, reaching that arm up and over. Just relax those through the front of those ribs here. That's it. Good, and then let that arm relax. Just bring that top arm down. Just stretching the neck to the side. And relax. Once more, reaching over. Energy into these fingertips, turning to look towards your armpit. And back towards me. And coming back up. Other side, reaching that left arm forward. Taking the right forearm onto the left, turning to look to the other side. Just breathing here. Slide that arm up and over. And letting that arm relax. Ribs relaxed. Good. Keeping that right arm there, just extend that left leg, left arm long. Just tilting that head, just stretching the side of that neck. And relaxing. Once more. You might find one side's tighter than the other. This side's certainly tighter for me. And turning to look towards your armpit. And back towards the front. Once more towards your armpit. And back towards me. Good. Slowly releasing. And relaxing that neck. Good. We're just going to take a moment just to reach forward. And fold over. Rolling up. Crossing the other ankle in front if your legs are crossed. Reaching forward. And folding forward. Beautiful. Well, that's my little introduction to a mat class for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. And stay safe, everyone. And I'll see you again next time.